Hey there folks, this is GreenyXI welcoming you back to Let's Play Rain. This is episode 9. What we did in the last episode was took on the circus, but now that that's all sorted out, we're going to see just what that little house was all about that we tried to get into in the last episode. The fact that it's all lit up just tells you that it's something important. But how do we get in? That is the problem. I really love what's coming in this episode. Quite a few things. Quite a bit of story progression, as well as just stuff to keep the game fresh. They'll get in the girl's house somehow, surely. The balcony. Okay, we need to make our way up to the balcony. It won't take 2 seconds, but... you know. Let's try this again, girl. You're gonna knock everything off the ledge this time? Just the one thing, and that's something we need, so well done, girl. You are the golden girl. Just jump over when she's climbing. That's right, we have found the girl's house, and we have found the girl. She is still in bed. I'm not too sure what that makes this girl. I thought at one point that it made her a ghost. Then I thought maybe it's because she's dreaming, you know? It's her sleeping self. Out in the open, if that makes sense. Yeah, as the more she sort of touches or pushes herself, her real self, the more she comes into being. I think at this point she wanted to say goodbye to the boy first. That's why she didn't do it all the way. But I don't know. Oh god. It wasn't even safe in the house, even though it seemed like it should have been, to me. Like a safe house. Okay, so now what we need to do as boy is try and find girl again and see just what sort of a wreck the unknown did to the house. It's quite sad seeing it like this. So the boy is on his own again for the game, and that must be so lonely for him on his little adventure. I love the sound of him walking on the wood. It's like an old-fashioned house sort of sound. Creaking and... you know. And we're done with the girl's house. It's going to be the start of a very strange episode, but it's good. It is good. Yeah, the town isn't going to be quite how it has been to date. That's the end of chapter 6. Let's just wait a moment for the load screen. There we go, end of chapter 6 trophy. Okay, chapter 7, an unknown town. And it is pretty unknown, it's very different. It reminds me of, you know that really famous painting where there are like sets of stairs going all over the place to really random places and not really getting anywhere? I don't know the name of the painting, but it's really popular, really famous, and it reminds me a lot of that. It's sort of hard to figure out where you need to go in this area as well. We don't do a bad job of it, but I still found it a little bit tough. It's just guesswork, I think. But I get the impression that even if we go the wrong way, you will never go too far wrong, you know? I feel like the dead end would be pretty close to the right path either way. I was trying to jump then because I didn't even notice there were stairs. I was out. Weirded out I was by it all. A giant tree in the town. That's a nice touch. I quite like that. This is interesting as well. All the enemies are sort of caged up. We caged up the one sort of human unknown, and now all the others have been caged up as well. As if the more humanly one was the master of them all, and if he's caged up then they all are. Sort of like vampires when they're killed, they're all killed. When the master is killed, I mean. They're all killed. I get the impression that's what he was trying to get across. Hello, Rhino. Not gonna charge at us this time. And the giant one, we only saw one of those, and that was... No, we saw a couple actually when we used them as shelter. It wasn't so much enemies as help aids. This was stupid. Very stupid, but it happens. Don't tell me you've never died a stupid death like that. I like this part as well because there are no proper enemies that can try and kill you. I mean, they're there. You can see them in the background and everything. But, you know, they can't do anything. Jump! Let's change the episode up again, shall we, folks? There she is. It's our girl. She didn't die with the unknown chasing her. She was just running away. I don't think she's noticed us yet. I can't see how she would have unless she was looking all the way up to the sky. Which you wouldn't do, would you? Well, apparently you do. But she's in danger anyway. So what we need to do is try and catch up with her again. Just like more to do with the start of the game, we have to chase her again. See, we're always sort of near her but can never get to her. When I first saw these little arches and stuff by her, I always thought, well, I thought of, like, in the cartoons, in Looney Tunes and all that, when someone's being chased, and they just keep on going through all these doors that just lead to the same places and everything, and yeah, you know. Here she is again. So close to her. It's like mirror image, isn't it? Yeah. Bookshelves outside, that was a bit strange. I don't think any of it is meant to make sense though, so I wouldn't read too much into that. Oh, I didn't want to do it. But we made it, somehow. Lost track of the girl again for a second. There she is. It's time for us to help the girl from all the way up here. We can hope. I wasn't sure if I took too long trying to do that. Because it did take me a moment to figure it out. Just gotta trust that she can walk in time with the block movement. And I'm guessing she always does. Unless you're really unlucky, I don't know. Good, turn, come on. Come on, girlie. Oh, still so close. I got a bit confused on this point. About pushing it back. It took me a while to figure out that I had to push it back, otherwise the unknown would get to her. I'm assuming. It works out fine. Hello, unknown. Can he just jump over the fence? I mean, the girl can't, obviously, but he's pretty big. He can do it, I'm sure. Whoop. Oh, okay. It all gets a bit samey by this point, I think, this chapter. They needed to change it up a little bit more. I don't know how, but, you know. go. It's pretty obvious what we gotta do once again, but but the end result is better. I thought that maybe you wouldn't have been able to get across it somehow, jumped over it, or the block I mean. But it destroyed the whole piece of flooring. And now he's after us, the twat. The things we do for women. Right, now we're trapped. Might not be able to see us, but we're still trapped. Right. And she helped us out loads. See, even though we're helping her a hell of a lot all the way through, she is helping us as well. A light! Amazing. That's exactly what we need. Light. Oh, he's smoking. The light is actually helping quite a lot. It doesn't look like these enemies can go in sunlight, and that's why they stay in the vein, you know? I was so tense. I knew he was coming, slowly, but I just didn't know what to do. Can't reach the ladder. Come on, girl, you could have done that a bit faster, couldn't you? So there we go. Let's help her push. He actually walks past, I think, just about outside of the block's radius, but when the cinematic comes along, he's just underneath it, you know. But yeah, we're back with girl now. Way. And that's the end of chapter 7. I think it's an interesting chapter, even if it does get a bit samey by the end, and a bit generic, maybe. But I really liked it anyway. Chapter 8, going by the trophy names, is going to be the last chapter, so we haven't got much left, folks. It's only been a short game, hasn't it? Unless chapter 8 is going to be really long. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm pretty sure I kept the episode in a moment. We'll find out now. It looks like the town is actually back to normal now, or as normal as the town gets in Rain. Yeah. So all we got to focus on in this next chapter, by looks of things, is the light. That weird light that's killing the enemies and, you know, guiding us a little bit. So we'll see what that's all about in the next episode. This has been GreenyXI. I hope you've enjoyed. See you again in a bit.